Enter the arena, the Don Juan Banks Club, New Genesis Entertainment. We're talking about Hangman Adam Page and the conflicting reports about him breaking his ankle or not breaking his ankle. And I actually got AEW Dynamite on right now. We wanted to cover Dynamite, but I would like to take this time. I think everybody knows that I suffered a tremendous loss in my family. My father died. So, I'm just going to be doing the videos right now. But I'm devastated, going through extraordinary loss. But just thanking God for all the blessings that we've had throughout our life. Right now, just taking a look at AEW, Hangman Adam Page, where Strickland is out here, Samoa Joe, so they get the match started. I'm just going to get to the part. Wow, he just throws up. Samoa Joe just threw him down like a rag doll. Keeps cool, does have a temper. I can promise you. Gotta keep it cool. Joe hooks up. Oh, man. Hook throws him down with them wild body shots. Samoa Joe throws him right off. You know what? I'll just be trying to see if Hook is learning how to wrestle. Because a lot of people say, who's better, Dominic Mysterio or Hook? And we got a video coming on about that. He got like a shoot type of style like his dad. Like his dad, Taz. But Hook got to learn how to wrestle. But we're going to go straight to the part with Hangman Adam Page because we don't want to hold everybody up. And then we're going to get right straight to the news. I just want to see this part where he lands on his ankle and where everybody was saying it was broken, but then they say he's fine and all that. So it's like, okay, we just went to it. So I'm going to play it real fast. So he jumped over the rope and he landed on his ankle and it looked like he twisted it a little. It looked like it, but he's continuing to go on. Then he jumps to the top. He gets caught. Brian Cage just catches him and throws just Hangman off. Discus, elbow, another one. Death Valley Driver. Now Hangman, he was going to go for buckshot. Now he's climbing to the top. Cage hits him. Buckshot lariat. Wow, Joe just went straight into Hangman. That's where Strickland up on the apron. Now Hangman picks up Swerve, power bombs him right through the table. Stay down. Stay down. If you let, he can't get up. Now Hangman going for buckshot onto Joe. Misses. Power slam. Inside the ring, Samoa Joe very nearly put them away. Oh yeah, he had him up for the No, we've got no picture here at the desk. Muscle Buster. So Joe got him up for the Muscle Buster. Then he escapes, and it looked like he hurt himself. And he's rolling to the outside of the ring. Now, see, earlier in the match, it looked like he tweaked his ankle, and then Joe had him up for the Muscle Buster, and then he escaped, and now Hook Northern Lights Joe, but Hook got to learn how to run. He's worse than Dominic. How can we have Hook beating Dominic if he can't wrestle? But I think Hook's street fighting style, he'll beat Dominic. I think Hook learning how to wrestle now. Because you can't just throw people around. He's a little guy. If he keeps throwing people around like that for 3 years, his back and his knee's going to go out. Now Joe got a rear naked on Rob Van Dam, and Rob just passes out. You know, Rob must be broke. Rob Van Dam must be broke because at 46, 7 years old, wrestling again, he's got himself back in good shape, but he shouldn't be doing these moves anymore. And so Hangman, they told Daniel Bryanson versus Jun Akiyama. And then, so I see Hangman land on the floor now, and he's holding his ankle. Stick with us. Now he's yelling. You know what? Hangman must got a drinking problem or a depression problem, or he went into business for himself against Punk and he can't get over it. But it's something off about Hangman Adam Page. I don't know if he's having problems with his wife or his girlfriend, but I'm going to do research on that while we're live. The Hangman just can't get a break. Hangman can't get a break, man. And it seems like he brings it on himself. Let's go to TJR Wrestling. The apparent injury sparked chaos online, with many fearing Page would need to be pulled from Revolution. The speculation wasn't helped by a report which claimed Hangman might have broken his ankle. However, a further report from Fightful noted that Adam Page was fine and uninjured, and the injury was just an ankle. Page is scheduled to compete in a 3-way match at AEW Revolution against Samoa Joe Swerve Strickland for the AEW World title. In response to the news, Jerry Lynn, who works backstage AEW, wrote on social media that the news should never have been made public because the injury is being used as a storytelling device. This shouldn't even be announced. God forbid we have a cliffhanger for next week. Jerry Lynn has long-running battle with AEW leaks. This isn't the first time that Jerry Lynn has expressed his frustration at AEW storyline leaking online. Back in October, the ECW legend said wrestlers who leak information to the sheets are damaging the company and the entire wrestling industry. Lynn surmised that fans wouldn't want to know what happens before seeing a movie, so wrestling should be treated the same way. Adam Page could be missing the 2024 AEW Revolution pay-per-view due to a personal issue. This is no DQ. As previously noted, Hangman Adam Page was said to be fine after an injury scare. During the February 21st, 2024 edition of AEW Dynamite, AEW World Champion Samoa Joe is scheduled to defend his title against Page and Swerve Strickland at the 2024 Revolution pay-per-view event. In the update on the situation with Paige. Brian Alvarez of F4WOnline.com stated the following during the Wrestling Observer Live. Hangman is not hurt. He worked an ankle injury. And the reason that he worked the ankle injury is because he had something going on in his I told y'all, personal life, and he may not be able to work the pay-per-view. If he can't work the pay-per-view, then this is the cover story as to why he can't work the pay-per-view. He injured his ankle. Virtually nobody knew about it, and I don't know if even the people in the match knew that he was going to do this. There were people very close to Hangman who even this morning didn't know what was going on. I presume that him and Tony Khan talked about it, but I can't tell you that for sure. The point of the story is he's okay. He may work the pay-per-view. He may not work the pay-per-view. And I don't know if we're going to know whether he's going to work the pay-per-view or not until the last minute. I don't know what the personal issues are, but they are there, and that's what's going on. You know what? Since I came back to YouTube, when I watch, for instance, Sean Views Entertainment, and the man can't even read, he can't write, he has no charisma, he has this microphone, and he automatically starts to just read. But he has no interpersonal relationship skills with his adult fans that's no longer kids no more and that no longer like John Cena. I hate that because I'm going to tell you like it is. Hangman Adam Page hasn't looked right since that whole thing with CM Punk a long time ago when he went into business for himself. When he had the championship, he seemed like he wasn't confident in himself. He had no connection to the fans. And then he lost the belt to CM Punk. Since that time, he's been in and out, in and out. In this match, when he took the blow from Samoa Joe, he looked to be dazed and confused. I don't know if he got a concussion. I don't know if he's bipolar. I don't know if he's depressed. I don't know if he has a drinking or drug problem. I don't know if he just wants to go on Social Security or workman's comp, or he needs to just walk away. But whatever's going on with Hangman, he just don't got it no more. And it saddens me because when you got a guy who can wrestle as good as he can when he's on, you want that man to show up, but he doesn't show up no more at all. And I think that if Tony Khan is watching this, which he has no experience or ability to make any right decision in his organization where they got leaks and people stabbing Hangman in the back and the front for faking an ankle injury just to get out of a pay-per-view because he didn't work. Now, where did we hear that before? Dirty Jungle Boy didn't want to work no more. So he wanted to go through the car, and that's what the car glass window, which had the fight with CM Punk. Now he's in New Japan Professional Wrestling. That's what's going to happen to Hangman. If Tony Khan don't get rid of the man, then he going to have to pay the man to stay at home, or he going to have to invest in Hangman going to rehab for a drug or alcohol problem, depression, bipolar, domestic. I don't know what's going on with this man, but Hangman Adam Page should not be in a wrestling ring anymore. I don't know if I'm the only person that's going to say something real like this, but somebody got to get Hangman Adam Page some help, and soon. Because if they don't get this man some help, he really is going to be a hangman. He's going to tie a noose around his neck, and he's going to hangman himself. I don't know if it's the character, whatever. It's just something where this man cannot go out and perform to nowhere to the ability he once had. I remember when Hangman beat Daniel Bryan. That was 2 years ago. Hangman is a hangman. He basically is not Hangman. He's just a man that has deep, deep scars. Maybe from what CM Punk did to him. Maybe from whatever is going on in his life where he just can't go in front of an audience and perform. Sometimes those things happen. We've seen that happen before with the Von Erichs, and they took their life. Is it Tony Khan going to get to a point where Hangman is going to take his life before you get this man help? Because releasing a guy that is not doing well is not going to benefit you, Tony Khan. In terms of him being at the pay-per-view, you can't. You can't, because it's crossed in from kayfabe. It's about the real man, Adam Page, and why he did not want to compete at the pay-per-view and fake the ankle injury. So he basically faked an injury that didn't even happen to get out of a pay-per-view, and now he's just messed the whole pay-per-view up because now people know that it's a personal thing. And then it's like, well, what is the personal thing, Hangman? What is it? It got to be something that Don Juan Banks has said already. I'm going to repeat it again. Is it drug, alcohol? Is it some type of diagnosis or disorder? Bipolar, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder? Is he having some domestic problems? His girlfriend, his wife, or being single altogether, or something else? I don't even want to know sometimes. Is it his body? Is he on something? Because it could be his body. Maybe his body is just not reacting. Is it a concussion? Because a lot of times when you get concussed and you don't know you're concussed, you're confused. You don't know what you're doing. You can't remember your lines. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching Into the Arena Club, New Genesis Entertainment, even Don Juan Banks has suffered loss. We're dealing with critical times, hard to deal with. That's here. So everybody's going through something right now. Y'all better get your prayers up for Hangman Adam Page, because the way it's going, I don't see him on no wrestling TV programming indefinitely. It's an indefinite issue. If I'm Tony Khan right now, I'm removing him indefinitely. I'm not going to fire him. I'm going to get him the help that he needs. And if he no longer can wrestle, then maybe you can get him a backstage job, something like that. It is best for Hangman to hang up the gloves, hang up the boots. Just call it, Hangman. Don't do you power walk down the aisle. You don't tag the hands. You can't cut promos. You can't do nothing. You had the belt and you seem like you didn't even want it. Are you self-sabotaging yourself? A lot of times when people act like that, if it's not a concussion, it's some sort of drug or alcohol problem. And he could be drinking too much. And when you're drinking too much, you get out of gas, you get out of steam, you can't remember, you can't keep up. But you can definitely see a tremendous decline in Adam Page from when he was doing well to him not doing well. And the time frame of him not doing well, he's been not doing well longer than he's been doing well. We can't. The last time Page was even doing almost well was when Kenny Omega was the champion and he came in at the end to take the title. When he went on the run, he was doing good matches. Like I told you with Daniel Bryan. After that, when he was getting with CM Punk and winning business for himself, that's where he went down. I think Punk could have irreversibly damaged Hangman. Imagine if Hangman loses to a promo and match to Punk, and now Punk is in WWE having a lifetime of his life, and Hangman is down in the dirt and not even in the jobber. He's in the main event and he still can't get himself. He might not like his character anymore. Sometimes people are playing characters that they no longer want to play. Who wants to be a cowboy? Remember Bret Hitman Hart was going to be a cowboy, but he said, no, he ain't do that. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, because the cowboy gimmick is, look at the cowboy gimmick with with Brock Lesnar. The cowboy gimmick with Brock Lesnar messed his life up. Now he banned from the WWE for the sex trafficking. I'm not playing no hangman. I'm not playing no cowboy. I'm just not doing that. The cowboy gimmick sucks. He doesn't want to be cowboy no more. He doesn't want to do that. So he'd rather just quit.